Hey y'all, how are you? So I was sitting here and I was channeling energy from Rhine, okay? And I don't know if any of you guys know who this man is. All right, he lived from the time of 1895 to 1980, okay? He created something called Zener cards. He was a scientist, right? He was a botanist. And he created these playing cards, which we now know as tarot, okay? He did different trials to have, the people test their extrasensory gifts and stuff, right? Some people may know who he is, some will not, okay? Now, he did many tests and trials, right? And he was trying to figure out if consciousness still survived after death, right? And this is so crazy because, only the true, I feel like, connected people get these types of messages, right? We all know on the tarot card, on the pillars, right, it says B and J, right? And I don't know how many people really actually know what that means. This is the man who came up with the idea. No, it was not Rider Waite that came up with tarot, all right? It was this man, J.B. Rhine. Rider Waite, okay, I'm just saying. J.B., the pillars, look at the original tarot deck. Now, you remember that W in the Ace of Cups, okay? William Preston Few. I think this was his teacher or his mentor, okay? These are, I guess, answers to his question. Is there still consciousness after death? How would I know any of this information? I was guided to it, right? Through my intuition, because I'm a medium, right? Which means I have actual connection to the other side, okay? These are real things. Rhine connecting life after death to ESP. How can we now do that and prove it to be so? Receiving a message intuitively through sensing, right? Our intuition, our emotions, right? For some, right? We're walking, we stumble across a bird, right? That bird is dead, right? For some, it's just by chance. Oh, that's so sad. For others, right? Intuitively, they feel that there is a passing in the near future. One time, okay, maybe that's just, all right, we just saw that. Second time, and you see something like this, and something happens, not a coincidence. Third time, you see something like this, and something happens, cannot be a coincidence. Now, how do I have these as like examples, right? Okay, one, before my brother passed away, I had been feeling, right? And I had told many people, like, I just feel something in the energy. Like, I just feel some of us are sensitive to energy and we feel things. We feel the other side, okay? And some of us, when we feel the other side, we don't feel the other side because we fear for ourselves. We feel the other side telling us something. And sometimes the other side is telling us something that we may not understand in the moment, but our intuition says, okay, I feel like there's going to be a passing. Right? That is spirit connecting with us to tell us that, to put it on our spirit, right? To why? Be able to be prepared. And a lot of times, if we're not tapped into our gifts, we don't even know what to be prepared for. But how many times has that happened to a lot of people and someone passes and they said, oh, wow, okay? It's all about trusting what we get and working on our gifts, okay? Meaning the gifts that we were given, our God-given talents. Okay? Like I said, that happened with my brother, right? I just felt someone was going to pass. I never would have thought it was going to be my brother, right? Comes to find out, my brother passed away. Okay. It happened again. I was at the park. And I saw a dead bird. And I didn't know anyone was, not well. And come to find out, my aunt had passed away, like a couple days after I saw the bird. So, myself, I know how strong my gifts are. Okay, so now, through your ESP connection to another dimension, spirit, you are able to receive knowledge of events to come. Okay? So, for a lot of people, it comes with, okay, we get these things, we don't know what to do with it, so we do nothing. What happens? The event still occurs. But for some of us, who understand that we're seeing it for a reason, right? We understand that we are that middle person. So, wow, it's a shocker to us, right? But the second time, we have to trust, right? So the first time something comes through, this is what I feel like he's saying we don't know it to be true until we're shown something again in a different situation where we're with the task of trusting, right? Trusting ourselves, trusting from that previous experience, like, okay, this is not coincidence. I can see something, right? And because you're able, Kaylin, and because, like myself, to the level of degree I'm able to see, I have been given that gift of being able to see things like that. So a lot of times my responsibility, get away from over there. A lot of times, being the type of medium and level medium I am, my responsibility is to change the perceived outcome that death is to come because I can see it. Understand? Okay. Some of us have a very extreme destinies and gifts that we were born and created with, okay? And it's funny that he passed away in 1980, right? The one who started this research and brought about the Tarot 555, and I was born in 88. We talked about 88 this morning. 8 is the year of abundance, right? Okay. Now, I am drawn to Tarot. I say I am a vessel being used by the divine realm, right? Heaven, spirit, source. And what is source? What is spirit? The Holy Spirit is the divine light, right? That is connected to heaven. When people pass, they go to heaven, right? So, since I am connected to the collective of souls who have passed, when I am to be used, I am placed and I am picked and asked, I then must reply. There's my opportunity. So, is there consciousness after death? This ties into, yes, there is. This was what he was studying and trying to bring about and trying to make connections between. How can you tell who truly is connected? How can you tell who truly has the gifts? You will feel it on a soul level if it resonates for you. And these are the people who are the true hermits. Understand the tarot, what he was trying to bring into it, and how it has been used and manipulated. You see how they say the ancestors, the ones who created these things that people are using to harm, these people are raising up. We're talking about the man who created the idea of tarot. A lot of the people that are using these tarot decks don't realize the secrets behind tarot and why it's to be used. This ties in his theory of a connection through energy to spirit on all dimensions, space and time. So it's been said that people can't time travel. Well, if you can see a past life, I'm connected with J.B. Rhine through spirit, which isn't even in this reality. That also concludes the conflict that it can't be done, because how would I know just by looking at tarot cards if I wasn't truly tapped in at a soul level to this man and what his mission and purpose was to bring about with this tarot? How would I be connected enough to trust my intuition to go and look up the J and B and then find out who J.B. Rhine was? These are inner workings that can't be explained, but the divine has given to me for an opportunity to bring insight to clarity to the collective who use tarot and why they use it. This is why I say a lot of us are picked before we even realize it. Before we even open up to the gifts we have and why we're drawn to certain things, it's placed in us a seed, and we're to water it and nurture it by practicing, right? Practice makes perfect, not perfection. Tarot connects us to source, spirit, energetically. Whatever our vessel accepts is what is received. High Priestess, the card is B and J. So if anyone asked you in the past, there was a lot of people that they would look at the tarot card B and J and be like, you may know someone with the letter B or J in their name. Well, now the Tarot Collective knows what that B and J means. And I think that that's far enough time for people to start putting some respect on this major theme. And so that concludes the findings and what people were wanting to know about J.B. Rhine and what he was trying to bring to the collective through what we now use as tarot and why it was to be used for a higher purpose for spiritual beings to tap into that other side and get connected and realize and wonder and dream and have hope and faith that they can connect to something greater than themselves. That was his journey. 9:19 on the time. Bye.